Hey, what's going on, good people? I'm James.
And I'm Altamise.
Should we introduce ourselves? We will. How y'all doing today? It's Sunday, October the 21st?
19.
19th. Oh, well, I'm 2 days ahead in the future.
Mhm.
Um, and today's topic, oh boy, but start off, we've had, we didn't have too good of a end of the week uh, here in the Williams household. Um, but I'm blessed because cooler heads, conversation, communication really is like the key to a marriage, and that's not even our topic, but we'll get to that. Tonight is I got topics, and I think tonight is interesting. For those who may or may not know, we were living in two separate households. I was in Denmark. She was here in Bluffton, and as a family, we were managing two households. And so we had the interesting task of combining the household to one. And of course, the reason why I found it to be interesting is because, of course, I had things in my apartment in Denmark that were near and dear to me. And of course, Ultimates had things here already. So it's like my 2 bedroom apartment and this 4 bedroom house, which is fully furnished in every single room. And now the one thing that I did want to bring, she she put a stop to it. Like it was really no discussion. And I tried. I brought it up like multiple times. So like the lead up to us, you know, being in one household was I figured I would have some time. But of course God works out things the way he did. But like in the pitch of the situation, I had to give up my couch. Like my sofa that had like this big ottoman that was a storage. It was an L-shaped couch, and I probably spent 90% of my sleep time on that couch. And so I think I didn't ask her this week. I told her to save it for the Alti and James show. I want to get my wife's thoughts on. Hey, I have two questions for her, right? So, and then she'll share. The first question is, well, I know why she said it, but I want you to give the people like the real reason why my couch couldn't come to our bedroom, and don't say the size.
Do you
But
feel
listen, let me
okay?
get a
Go
second
ahead.
question. Let me get to, and then the second question is, what was your overall thoughts of like combining the household from a mature standpoint? The first question is not a mature question. Like I know why my couch couldn't come, but I want to know the real reason why my some like the only thing that was really like allowed to come in the house was my office stuff, which was like all books, the kids' pictures, like. But most of the apartment stuff didn't make it in the trip. So okay, go.
Okay, go. Okay. So it's not good to answer a question with a question, so
Okay,
I will
okay,
hold off.
okay.
But from my perspective,
Yeah.
I I do want to apologize to you
What?
because
What?
I wasn't I wasn't thinking about the possibility of it being sentimental. I wasn't thinking about um, the possibilities of you being like, oh, this is mine. I want to keep it because of X, Y, and Z memories, right?
Right,
Like
right, right, right.
from my perspective, and I've been through this before. So like from my perspective, I am literally the moment we decided with intention that we would be together,
Right.
what was mine was yours.
Okay.
So I didn't look at it from a place of uh, your things coming here.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of like logically what made the best sense and what gelled with the aesthetics of the home already.
Okay.
So it wasn't a matter of no, this can't come, because I don't want it to come. And there's a caveat to that too.
So there was no
There's a caveat to that.
No, so let me ask this question then. There was no inkling of singlehood. He was living the bachelor's life and this stuff.
That's the caveat.
Okay,
so
okay.
That's the caveat because also I understand. I'm very grown. I'm grown.
Okay.
So I understand when you are a single man,
right,
and you are dating, what happens eventually. I understand that. Okay. And the idea, like I am those who know me, right, they know that I do believe that energy is an exchange. Like it doesn't die. It is there. And sometimes, right, some things linger until you remove things. I'll give an example.
Wait, I don't know if we got enough time for all that.
Okay. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be for 10. Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. We're supposed to be in 10.
You got to leave me like 45 seconds to ask the people a question so we can generate some. So then, yeah. So that was a caveat, but that wasn't a deciding factor. Okay. Like it really was because I would like a new couch downstairs. Okay. Right. Right. And the couch that we have downstairs, it's literally, that's sectional. That's logical. So like it can literally, I understood the logic. We can create a very mini couch from that. Do you understand why I was fighting so much for Bertha? Like I named my couch Bertha. Like you have fallen asleep on Bertha. Bertha has literally wrapped her arms around you, cold knocked out. You and Izzy both like knocked out upon just sleeping on her. So you know it was a good sleep couch. Could you understand why I at least wanted the bed? I didn't hardly sleep in the bed. Like that bed wasn't hardly used up. But the couch was where I spent a lot of my nights sleeping. And days too when I was taking naps. So I have a question. What does that represent coming into this season? It did. Like, see, I think that was thinking. That was thinking too deep. I was representing this is a nice sleeper couch. Like even if it went to the garage, I could have went out to the garage. You could let the door up because it get hot in there. But like I could have slept on that thing. So I was thinking I could have brought it here and slept on it. Like I got good sleep. But the garage. Okay, so that was not an option. I'm not gonna say it wasn't an option, but the garage ain't even. But I want to turn that structured in a. It can be. I can turn it. I'm gonna move some stuff. Yes. So it's not. But it wasn't. We'll go over it. Yeah, it wasn't. It really was from a place of like what's ideal for us. Okay. Versus I got you. But at the same time, I appreciate you thinking that. Like when you mentioned it recently, I want to say over the weekend. That what? Like the significance. Well, the significance was it was the first piece. Both of those were the first piece of furniture that I actually bought that I felt grown up. You know, it was a living room set, so I felt grown up. I bought a living room set because if you've seen the furniture before, that came from the dorm. And then the bedroom was my first grown up, you know, mirror / bureau / nightstand / you know what I'm saying, bed. So the sentimental value of all of that was this was the first item that I felt like a real adult because prior to that, I've kind of been nomadic with the furniture and stuff, things that I had, like, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it was new. I mean, it was fairly new. It was only like a year and a half old. 2 years old. 2 years old. It wasn't very old. But it's at a good place. I mean, it's at a good home now. You know what I'm saying? I gifted it to, you know, my amazing neighbor, Miss Bryant, who looked out for me. So yeah, I just wanted to ask. I thought that would be a good topic. So to wrap this up, and we would love for you to engage us as we put these videos out. Like I said, this is an opportunity for us to share uh, marital things. Like, it's not always honeymoon here, but I think we're starting to get a groove on how to navigate things in our short time of being married. But I think we bring in a wealth of experience in our from our previous relationships and the tools that we just gathered the last 4 or 5 months of just being with those couples. It's really kind of the impetus for this right here is to be able to share. So the question, and we're asking for engagement. So if you watch this video on Alta Meets Nicole's page or Coach J All Day's page, um, if you would want to, we want some engagement. The If you could share with us it doesn't have to be too intimate or personal, but a combining household story, you know, or share with us your experience about what your husband or what your wife brought in, and what are if you're a couple, a mature couple, a seasoned couple, what are some things that you still have from your single days, that you may still have in the house that holds some value. As my wife said, she didn't understand the sentiment, or she might have understood, but didn't realize the sentimental value. It wasn't that I was trying to hold on to the past. It was one of those things where I was very proud of myself, very similar to the story of buying you your wedding ring, and the connection that I had with that process. A lot of things that are happening with me, the connection isn't necessarily nostalgia. It is kind of a journey into feeling like a man, feeling like I've accomplished something. Because I'll be honest, prior to 40, I don't think, not saying my life was irrelevant. I spent a lot of time building to get to this place. To come to realize most millionaires slash billionaires don't really get their first millions to their 40s or 50s. So this is a little bit longer. We're gonna try to keep around 10, but my wife, she get long with it. So we're practicing. We're practicing. So I'm learning. Huh?
Can I have a story?
Oh, go ahead, share, baby. We're gonna run this to 15. We're gonna go no longer than 15 minutes. So
I was gonna say
no names.
I was gonna say
I just gave a name.
I just realized that. Did you?
Yeah, Miss Brian.
Oh.
But I whispered it like they can't hear. Go ahead. Sorry. Okay, now you got go.
I don't think I learned my lesson.
What do you? What was? Wait, go ahead. Tell the story.
I don't think I learned my lesson because, like I said earlier, I've been through this before.
Okay.
And the last time,
yeah,
I thought the same. Like, oh yay!
Yeah.
Like I honestly think it was that time was a little more naive. It was just like, yay, we're like moving in together, starting life.
Yeah.
Not realizing the perspective of the other person and how I remember somebody telling me, it was a woman.
Mm-hmm.
She said, when I bought my house, my townhouse, I was 22. She said, what's your husband going to give you? I was like, what? She was like, well, you provided yourself a home. So what's he going to give you? And at the time I thought it was crazy. Like, I was like, girl, what? Right? But then you actually get married.
Mm-hmm.
And in that space, if I have the house, you move into the house. And it's not really ours.
Correct.
So even though I make it, I try my best, and I'm always like mindful that it's ours, it's not mine,
Mm-hmm.
right? Even though literally this is our home, I feel there will always be a piece of you that is like, this was hers before it was ours. Like I'm not providing this. I don't know. I just, but I realized I didn't learn my lesson because it happened again.
So could it be that you were dominant? You're a dominant personality without being dominant, but that's another story. I will tell you. I will tell you one thing about being a husband that I'm learning, and it's killing your ego. My ego has to die, or things like that will eat away. It will chip away at the fabric of who I am as a man. Because at the end of the day, I'm a man. Like, you want to provide. Like, that part of me is a part of me. But there also is this very real uh, place where Jesus resides, where he's like, yo, you got to kill your ego. It has to die. It has to die daily, right? This is the as Christ love your wife as Christ loved the church, right? Like, you could have that attitude, that will affect me if my ego gets in the way of really understanding and really seeing how you really have embraced me from the moment uh, I was intentional, from the first moment I stepped across the threshold. Like, point in case, the pictures that were on the on the TV and stuff, like, you I think I made mention of, like, looking at them, and they were going, like, the next time I was here, like, you and Izzy really really made this like our space, even with correcting my rhetoric and how I talk about things. So I can honestly say it's not for lack of effort, but the effort for me is I got to kill my ego. Like, I can't. That doesn't bother me. That may bother some people, right? That doesn't bother me because I know the plans that God has placed in my heart. Um, and coming from where I've come from, um, I am appreciative and grateful that I have somebody to build with, because I've been trying to build by myself, and I don't have Bertha. So I'm just playing. I'm just joking. I tried to. I got somebody to build with, um, and that's where my heart lies. Right, that's where my heart lies. So again, we want you to connect with us. If you watch the video, part of it, all of it, um, when you get the opportunity, share with us a story about combining households in your marriage, or if you're a single person and you're looking at this, what are some ideas or views that you have about the two becoming one, which is what we did. We had two households, so we shrunk some bills, some finance. There's some positives. There's some positives that have come out of it. But I thought there was a funny twist of me mentioning my couch, which I named Bertha. My wife just not even budget, not moving, not wavering. She didn't even give me an explanation of until I really pressed. Then she was like, it doesn't fit, uh, the decor and all the other things. She didn't do that until I really was trying to push it.
The size is a standard couch.
Okay. But she could have, it's an L shape. It cat a corner. We could have flipped it around. We could have did so much. You got to get it up there. You got to get it up there. You get it up there and you
it could have worked in
you seen the space that it was in?
It could have worked in Deuce's room.
You see that apartment it was in? It fit perfectly with sides. There was room to put end tables. I was about, if I would have been there for another 6-7 years, I would have decked it out.
That would have been.
I would have got a fish tank, all types of stuff. I would have. Okay.
But that would have been. It would have been a lot to maneuver around.
Okay.
So that really was the only, like.
You gave some other reasons you can't say. You gave the people. You was on. I appreciate you being honest with the people.
I thought it right. Like I thought it, but it wasn't.
You wasn't giving me that vibe. I appreciate you giving it up to the people, because you weren't gonna tell me that.
No, because at the end of the day, like,
there were not that many women on that couch either. But you know what I'm saying? She was very wholesome. That was my girl. She was wholesome. The worst thing about the couch was the kidney stuff. I had a bag, but that was the worst thing. So there was. She had good grounds to not let Bertha come in here, because I had some medical stuff happen. So
that wasn't the thought.
I got you. I appreciate it.
But I
thank you for welcoming me here. Like, you really did.
What do
Our name is on the wall.
That sounds so weird to me. That sounds so weird to me. Like the idea of being like, "Thank you for welcoming me in." Like
I said, here, welcome me.
Like
in.
what? Like
Because you easily could have power play. Like
no, that's okay.
No, that's not your character. But I'm saying that happens. That's why we're gonna let the people tell us about their stories.
But it is so important to understand that although it happens, you got to know who you are with.
That's why
I
married you.
Exactly. I would not have.
That's why I was thanking you that you didn't.
No,
I think that was a good thank you.
That's so weird.
But it's not standard for everybody.
It's not standard for everybody, but it's standard for us.
You're right. All right. It's 20 minutes now. We don't went way longer. You got work to do. We love you. Again, we are just here to share our story, and hopefully it can help some people out there. So if you contact us, reach us, talk to us. We're glad to share. We're very open and transparent, as we've been told. But again, next week is going to be about what happened this week. So you guys are going to get a real peek into our life. We love you, and we'll talk to you guys later. I ain't ended.